Greetings and welcome to another installment of CASA Cares. My name is James Washington. I'm one of the staff members here at Richland County CASA. As a matter of housekeeping, I want to make special note to remember that December the 11th is Richland County CASA's holiday drop-in. This is the opportunity for volunteers who have active cases to come by and pick up a toy. Holiday season is fastly approaching. We want to make sure our children are blessedly rewarded also. Recently, Richland County CASA had an opportunity to do a phone bank at our local television station, WLTX, and we thank them for their corporate partnership. Because of the overwhelming flow of volunteers requesting information about the next training, we have been given special permission to do a one-day only training coming up on December the 13th from 9 a.m. until 3:30. For further information regarding this opportunity, please feel free to contact me at washingtonj@rcgov.us. As one can quite imagine, we have had an outpour of number of children entering our foster care system this year. In addition, we also have had a tragic number of child fatalities. On behalf of our program, we want to thank each of our volunteers for all the sacrifices they have made. Recently, our legal manager has mentioned to us the number of opportunities where volunteers have shown up for court, have brought reports, and made court appearances. We thank each of you for your continual sacrifice. However, there's been some concern about the degree of our reports. Based on that, we are taking this opportunity to do a little court report writing refresher course. For those of you who have been to our website, please feel free to go to www.rccasa.org. If you go to the left-hand side, you will see under Active Volunteer or Court Report Form. This is the only acceptable court report form accepted by Richland County CASA. As you look at your form, you would notice on top of the form, the very first line says, Guardian ad litem report to the court. All reports must start off with this first line. The second line would be the type of hearing. If you have any concern about what type of hearing this is, you can ask your CASA supervisor and or your attorney. The next line is your hearing date. And remember, the hearing date is the date of the hearing, not the date that you received this case or the date that you started working, but the actual date of the hearing. The guardian ad litem name follows next, followed by the docket number. Remember, if you go through your package, several parts of your package you will find on the legal section a bold print number that would have the calendar year and identifying number, which is your docket number. On that same form, most times you would have in the interest of. In interest of refers to the children who are with your case. It also includes their date of birth. Persons interviewed are all the people that you and your supervisor has designated who share a unique perspective about this particular case. Everyone that you interview's name should be on this report. Please pay special attention that foster parents' names are never put onto our reports. Foster parents' names are never listed on our reports. Interviews attempted would be for that category of those that you attempted to make contact with, primarily family members who have not been made contact with. Documents reviewed refers to those documents that you have reviewed that assisted you with making your case decision. Documents requested yet not received refers to those forms that you would like to have but had not yet received them. It is special intention for medical records. Allegations. Going back to your package, if you look under complaint for removal, paragraph 3, usually the underlined section contains your legal reasons why a child brought into care, your allegations. Prior DSS involvement refers to the section of your package where it tells you if the family has had prior DSS involvement. Case facts. Case facts is an interesting part of our report where you, the volunteer, are recording what individuals on the person's interview said to you. Ideally, if you had a 20-minute conversation with someone, surely you contain 4 or 5 sentences, if not 2 or 3 paragraphs, of what that interview consisted of. Under the children's section, it is under the children's section that we are required to list every child that you have in the interest of and share some unique perspective of who that child is. The older that child may be, make sure that you include what is that child wants. Every child should have perspective of what that child is, nuances that you can share with the judge. Conclusions. Under our conclusions section, this is where Richland County CASA actually looks for our volunteer to share their unique perspective with our family court judges on what it is that they want. If you will, imagine you telling the judge, Your Honor, this is what I think, this is what I feel, this is what I believe. Those conclusions are based on things that the volunteer feels. And of course, recommendations. Every court case that we have is predicated on recommendations. As a rule of thumb, every time we come to court, we address custody. Who has it, who wants it, and who's going to get it? Usually, DSS is the person who has it. Usually, the parents are the one who wants to get it. It is the role of the guardian that sometimes determines who actually receives custody of these particular children. In addition, we want to make sure we provide treatment services. What can we as a guardian do to reduce the risk that our children will be suffering if they were returned back home? And as a parent, what can they do to reduce the risk of a child when the child returns back home? I hope these have been some helpful hints, and from time to time, we at Richland County CASA, under CASA Care, will share things of concerns. At any time, if you have any concern or any suggestions to our program, please feel free to contact me, James Washington, at Richland County CASA. Until our next segment, thank you again.